Hello, today we're going to approach some testing dealing with the weighty question, are knots knotty? I've had a few people comment and I've wondered myself if putting a knot in a length of rope weakens its tensile strength. Now from the research I've done, tensile strength is based on a 2-foot long section of whatever material you're dealing with, and of course in the industry they have huge machines to stretch and test this. I don't have that. I have a scale that goes up to 600 pounds for testing tensile strength, but unfortunately I don't have 600 pounds of weight to suspend. Last time, when I tested the rope, I used a ratcheting mechanism and we kept losing poundage on the rope because the rope was stretching. And I found out that the ideal way to check your tensile strength is actually to put the weight on the rope, because that way no matter how much the rope stretches, the weight remains the same. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to use a 2-foot length of rope, but I'm sizing it down. There's basically two constructions of rope. One is twisted rope, made from anywhere from 3 to more strands. And the other is braided rope. Now, I'm going to use string. I have some twisted string that is three strands twisted. It's rated at 25 pounds tensile strength. So I'll check that with and without a knot. And then I have some braided string. It's actually the exact same construction as paracord, only on a much smaller scale. And it has a weight capacity of 35, or tensile strength of 35 pounds. So let's get on with our testing. Let's see if knots are knotty when it comes to rope. Stay tuned. Alright, so first we're going to check twisted rope with no knot. And get everything set up here. Turn the scale on. Oops. There we go. And we want to set it to pounds. There we go. Okay, so the first weight that's going to go on the string, of course, is the container that we're going to use to hold the weight. Let's get going. Let's see how much this can hold. Let's see how we're doing so far. Okay, well we are at 15.8 pounds, as you can see right there. And this is 25-pound test. I'm just trying to figure there's going to be a big sploosh when this goes down. I'm using water for our weight because I can control it better than I can just anything else. But of course, once we reach our tensile strength and the rope snaps and the bucket hits the floor, I'm going to be in for a big splash of water. Gotta think this through here. How are we now? We are up to 19.3 pounds. I'm doing pretty good here. Just want to see if there's something I can put down here to soften the blow when it lands. I should have thought about this before. Nope, I'm not really seeing anything. I guess I'll just risk getting wet. Here we go. Won't be the first time I've been wet behind the ears. How close are we to our mark now? Oh, 23 points, so not too much further to go. We can see we're at 23.8 pounds, 25-pound tensile strength. There we go. And there she went. So pause the camera now. All right, now we're ready to test it with a knot. You can see I've tied a knot right in the middle of the string, so we'll go ahead and get to testing this. See how it holds up with a knot in the middle of it. Are knots knotty? Well, I don't know. Again, we'll put on our initial weight. Now, one thing with twisted rope, of course, to maintain its tensile strength, you have to keep it from untwisting. And so I have that set so that the bucket that I'm pouring the water into will not twist as I put water into it. So we'll begin our test once again. And being now, if this is correct, I don't know at what point this is going to break, so I'm trying to play it safe here. How are we doing so far this time? Well, we are at 19.3 pounds. We stopped at about that point last time as well. Well, let's just keep pouring here. There we go. Right, now we're going to test our braided rope, which is the same construction as paracord, only a much smaller scale. And we'll get it on here. Okay, just make sure that's on. And we'll get our weight container hooked up. And secured. And then we want to secure this so it can't twist. Don't know if it matters as much with the twine as it does the other, but just to be safe, we will take no chances. There we go. Okay, here we go. We're ready to start testing. Now, this is supposedly rated at 35 pounds. I haven't tested it before to see, so I guess we'll find out. Just like the other paracord, though, I can see it is stretching quite a bit. Indeed, it's stretching a great deal. I may have to raise the weight because we're almost to the floor with the weight control. And there it went. Okay. Now we're going to try the braided, and again I have a knot right in the middle. So we'll put this to the test and we'll see what happens. Now I have to tell you, in both these cases, although I'm using water for our weight because it's easy to pour, the string, rope/string, is dry. Now if the rope was wet or not, I don't know. And in both cases this is brand new string. So of course, like anything, the older the rope or string, probably, with time it's going to weaken. So just like fishing line, I know, deteriorates with time. So let's begin our test. And I was amazed how much that stretched last time. It actually stretched almost a foot before it broke. And there we have it. So we'll have to check our results and see how that turned out. Stand by. As you can see as we look at these ropes, sorry I'm a little jittery here, in both cases the straight rope broke. Here's the braided, here's the twisted. Towards the top end of the string it snapped, and in both cases where we had knots it broke at the knot, as you can see. And this is just an example of the string unadulterated. So there we go. Now we just need to look at the weights when the actual snap took place and see if knots are knotty. We'll be right back. So there we have it. We have tested both, and as you can see from the results, the knot didn't make a huge difference. Interestingly enough, in the case of the twisted rope, it actually increased the strength just slightly, and in the paracord, yes, it did decrease the strength, but marginally. The interesting thing I found was that the area of breakage changed in the rope. When it was just the plain rope, they both broke within a few inches of the top, or the set point on the top, whereas with knots they both broke at the knot. So I guess in one sense we can say that the knot becomes the weak point in the rope, but we cannot say that it weakens the tensile strength. So I hope you found this educational, helpful, and to those of you who tie knots in your rope, you can sleep well at night knowing it's not going to make a huge difference in your rope. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.